Hey, hey. Hi, guys. Welcome back. All right, Aquarians, let's take a look at whatever is being reflected upon at the moment. We've got a Five of Swords. It's actually in a positive position. Someone is realizing that they've had kind of a breakthrough, like things are better than they used to be. Less arguing, less fighting. This feels like Aquarius is actually feeling like a lot of tension, hostility, stress has somehow diminished. We've got a Nine of Pentacles, and that is actually in the deficit position, but then we also have this Eight of Pentacles upright. You know, this has this is like a feminine who's having to like overreact with joy to something that she's been given that really doesn't make her happy versus genuinely having sharing and caring. I think one of the things that is making Aquarius so much happier right now is that they're not having to accept far less than what they're worth. And like, I don't know if Aquarius found themselves having to be like overly gracious or even like a cheerleader to encourage people to do things well. So they would say, yay, 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 even if something wasn't that great. We see genuine effort is now being put in, not false effort, insignificant effort. There's something here about, I don't know, maybe even Aquarius was at one point pretending to enjoy being totally single. This almost looks like somebody who's sending themselves a bouquet of flowers and pretending it came from somebody other than themselves. That's not the way it is anymore. There's like genuine effort being put into situations. There's genuine happiness and success. And I just feel like, sometimes when they say, oh, fake it till you make it, this could be somebody's getting more comfortable in their career path. They're like, wow, I was really nervous actually once upon a time, but now it feels so much better. Like I'm actually feeling like I really know what I'm doing now instead of just pretending I know what I'm doing. I'm really feeling confident. I'm feeling like I'm on the right path. Some kind of either awkwardness or feeling of being misplaced or being with the wrong partner or being in the wrong career path or just simply still being unfamiliar with something and feeling like all thumbs instead of feeling really competent. That is what's smoothing out. So we could talk about it in so many different ways, right? But there's a lot of change going on, which is wonderful. We have a Queen of Pentacles, and this is in the negative position. We may have somebody jealous of Aquarius. We have a Four of Swords in the negative, and we have the King of Cups in the negative. Whoa. Okay. I'm thinking that Aquarius is reflecting and realizing they had been in a connection that was very painful and they're out of it now. They maybe were hiding some of their discomfort from the world for a period of time. Maybe they didn't know how badly they were being impacted by somebody that was possibly like very selfish with their emotions. Maybe Aquarius was like kind of shutting down, like they didn't want to give a ton of emotions either, or they didn't want to keep offering energy. There was some kind of like unhealed wounds that were always like omnipresent. Now the other way I could look at this is this could have been like the environment that Aquarius was raised in, and they're just reflecting like way back, saying, oh my gosh, I think I'm realizing I've shed and worked through a lot of the stuff that I was, like unfortunately exposed to, which was a very unhappy and combative relationship where two people were unable to like figure out how to create healing, happiness, and harmony. Like these cards never got turned upright. They never found a happiness. And I witnessed all that. Aquarius, though, may have found themselves in that situation also. But I'm almost thinking now that this was like their childhood or something for this particular fictional story. Is like this may have been Aquarius is like really working through that and realizing it. And maybe Aquarius, soaked up some of that like dissatisfied energy or never feeling good enough because they were around like role models that were never really feeling good enough and always wanting more and never healed and genuinely happy. And I think that Aquarius actually really is happy. I think that they're a powerful character who's got like so much joy inside of them, but it looks like they're really reflecting on some things now Five of Pentacles, they are reflecting on where does unhappiness come from? It comes from within. And sometimes we don't know that we soak up other people's stuff and then we carry like their negative dialogue. Wow, look at this. Aquarius is letting it go. They are moving on. Whether it's maybe this is a pattern that played out in Aquarius's own relationships, but never again, no more. They are completely like, this is moving into calm waters with that Six of Swords. And we can see, yes, there was still sorrow. She's a little rain cloud, but she's moving on from that kind of lonely island and moving into a time of great love, great happiness. You know what? This is a very empowered story, probably the best we've had so far. Leo actually had a good one and a bad one. I actually ended up having to do two for Leo because one of them was just a mess. But they had a pretty empowered one also. But this is probably the best of the best so far because it's all about our lead character. A lot of the other ones had to do with other characters. This is all about Aquarius. Aquarius is in a place in their life now, whatever age they're at, doesn't matter, where things are clicking. They have got love in their heart. They feel good enough now. They feel like, wow, I figured out where that feeling of not feeling good enough and dissatisfaction had come from. And that's not even a part of my life, my dialogue, my psyche anymore. I'm loving my life. I'm so happy to be alive. I'm so thrilled. My heart is filled with warmth. Four of Cups. The Four of Cups this is actually one that I oftentimes look at the goose here as the universe who's there to like help to protect a character, even though the character didn't even realize that they were being protected. This is about disappointments, missed opportunities, sometimes loneliness, sometimes boredom as well. Empress, our character is realizing that they had some illusions to work through. Aquarius had some illusions that were bogging them down. Those illusions are gone. They now know, first off, they know what a catch they are. Secondly, they know that they can create anything they want. Empress is a master creator. And if Aquarius had not found a happily ever after love story, they're also realizing why they hadn't. It was because there was something inside of them that wasn't completely satisfied. So maybe they were picking partners who also weren't completely satisfied. And so, attracting somebody who was like reminded them of, what they were familiar with. Oh yeah, a partner should be miserable and they'll visit their misery upon you because that's what was patterned to them. Well, Aquarius has broken that cycle. They are so ready to meet somebody loving and passionate because they are loving and passionate. And they're realizing I haven't missed out on any great love. My time for great love is just now. Who is Aquarius going to be meeting? Because this is a massive revelation here. We have got the Queen of Swords in the reverse. We've got the Five of Cups sideways. Well, they're not going to be spending any time boo-hooing over characters that could be karmic. I think that our Aquarius now has got like the world's greatest like karmic meter. I think they'll be a karmic radar. They'll be able to spot anybody that stirs up those old energies in them. They're not going to be around people that bog them down. They're not going to be let me put it this way, they are not lonely for the old way of being. So they're not going to be attracted to people who are too much like individuals they knew in the past. They're going to be attracted to somebody from like a very deep emotional state. We've got that High Priestess, so like an intuitive energy. Five of Wands, Nine of Swords. It's interesting because in this case, Aquarius is intuitively drawn to somebody that's not going to have a bunch of drama and hangups. But Aquarius is like, oh my God, what's it going to be like to really connect to somebody who's super healthy and happy? My God, I don't know that I've ever had healthy and happy before. That could be like intimidating. But remember, Aquarius is now the Empress. Who they attract is going to be healthy and happy, and they won't be intimidated. I can see why they'd be nervous about that. They're like, oh my God, I've never had a not complicated relationship. I've never had somebody that was just whole and awesome and didn't bring a bunch of drama and unhealed traumas. Yikes. Is that gonna be weird? It almost feels like, I wonder what they'll think of me. Well, Aquarius is in an amazing energy. I think it's kind of like understandable that like, oh my gosh, I'm choosing somebody who's healed. Well, I've never done that before. This is kind of a new breakthrough in this particular storyline. Bear in mind, we get a different story every time. And bear in mind, these are fictional stories. So listen for the entertainment, the new food for thought, different ways to consider how our characters do things. But just know this is not you, no matter who you are. I'm not a psychic. I'm not telling you who you are. But I got to say, I love this character. I love the transformations that they're continuing to make. I love all of the changes and the empowerment that they've got going on here. And again, we see that Eight of Pentacles. So keep seeing the character that is working on, like, admitting that they're an empress, working on admitting that they really are good enough and that they really can have an amazing and happy relationship now, even though it's foreign territory to them because of what they knew in the past. We're getting to the Six of Cups. They may be introduced to somebody, someone who admires them, likes them. This could be a friend. This could be a feminine being introduced to a masculine through another feminine. I'm getting a strong vibe of, like, hey, I'd love to set you up with my brother. My brother's a good guy. My brother is, maybe a Libra. Let me tell you some things about him. It just feels like it might be really nice for Aquarius also to meet someone through another individual who already likes them, because that might already give Aquarius a little bit of like, well, wait a second, they like me enough. They want to introduce me to somebody that they know. They must really think highly of me. That could be exactly the kind of like, what do I want to say? Like confirmation that Aquarius needs right now to realize, you know what? I am good. I am somebody that, I'm not steeped in negativity or drama myself. I'm ready for something wonderful and loving also. It could be a really nice relationship to meet somebody who's in that vibe, who's so, like excited to meet Aquarius also. Because I feel like, coming in a little bit vetted could be a beautiful thing for Aquarius. But all of this just looks more and more positive with every card that we had. It's really shedding old beliefs, old patterns, and really welcoming in the best kind of relationships. The thing I like the most about this is how respected and how much Aquarius is liked by whomever that other person was that we just saw on that Six of Pentacles card. They really appreciate Aquarius and would like to introduce Aquarius to somebody. So I just think that that's a really lovely boost of confidence there. All right, I'm going to leave this there. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, guys. I'll see you again real soon. Take care. Thanks for giving it a thumbs up. Bye.